as Ukraine's capital bans Independence Day festivities. Most countries part of nuclear talks with Iran agree with EU proposal. Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi bid farewell to visiting Iraqi Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kazemi at Egypt's Al Alamein City Airport on Tuesday in a brotherly meeting. Earlier, al-Sisi exchanged viewpoints with the visiting United Arab Emirates President, Jordanian and Bahraini monarchs, and Iraq's Prime Minister over boosting ties and expanding cooperation in all fields. They also inspected the new Al Alamein city along with United Arab Emirates President Mohammed bin Zayed, received on Monday Jordan's King Abdullah II, Bahrain King Hamad bin Isa, and Iraqi Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kazemi at Al Alamein Airport. Egypt's new city of New Al Alamein promises to be not only a summer retreat overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, but also the home of thriving tourism industry and housing compounds all year round. More details.
Egypt's new city of New Alamein promises to be not only a summer retreat overlooking the Mediterranean, but also the home of thriving tourism industry and housing compounds all year round. Efforts started with a new road network to connect the country's cities with one another, followed by the building of fourth-generation cities that will provide living areas and services for all social brackets. The plans are being implemented not by building an agricultural land, but by expanding in new areas that are promising for their natural resources and economic infrastructure that can generate job opportunities to encourage people to move. One such new city is New Alamein, which is scheduled to become a fourth-generation city functioning not only as a summer retreat on the north coast overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, but also to be home to the thriving tourism industry and housing compounds. The goal is in line with Egypt's Vision 2030 strategy for sustainable development and the country's efforts to improve the livelihoods of all Egyptians. New Alamein is based on the idea of creating a touristic, residential, agricultural and industrial city that operates all year round. The city is the starting point of urbanizing the north coast, beginning with New Alamein, and it will be built in several phases on a total area of 148,000 fadans of land. The first phase of the city is being constructed on 23,000 fadans of land, and projects are divided into 14-kilometer public promenade reminiscent of the Alexandria Corniche, half of which has now been finished. 15 residential and administrative towers, various villas built on artificial islands, and residential neighborhoods catering for different social strata. The neighborhoods include luxurious housing, apartments for middle-income families, downtown buildings, and a traditional designed Latin district. The downtown apartments range in size from 90 to 300 square meters, and some 90% of them, together with the spas, stores, and the administrative and service areas, have already been completed by 3,000 workers working around the clock. The city's residential compound project is located opposite to the area located for the beach towers. It is erected on a group of artificial islands, each with a beach front of 2 kilometers and a number of villas. Compounds extends over 700 fadans of land and includes 12,500 villas, chalets, and apartments. The concrete structure of the 15 44-story residential towers of the beach has been completed, and the finishing and installation of the glass facades of the towers is underway.
A total of 33 cargo ships carrying around 719,549 tons of foodstuffs have left Ukraine under a deal brokered by the United Nations and Turkey to unblock Ukrainian seaports, according to the Ukrainian Agriculture Ministry. The Joint Coordination Center in Turkey said that the monitors implementation of the agreement put the total amount of grain and foodstuff exported from 3 Ukrainian Black Sea ports since the deal was reached at 721,449 tons. Ukraine's grain export slumped after Russia invaded the country on the 24th of February and blockaded its Black Sea ports, driving up global food prices and prompting fears of shortages in Africa and the Middle East. 3 Black Sea ports were unblocked under the deal signed on the 22nd of July by Moscow and Kiev. In addition to the vessels that have already left Ukraine, the Agriculture Ministry said a further 18 were now loading or waiting for permission to leave Ukrainian ports. Meanwhile, Russia carried out artillery and airstrikes in the Zaporizhia region, Ukraine's General Staff said on Tuesday.